Hello, this is Åsa with a new process video. A couple of videos ago I talked about my daughter's end of school ceremony, and then I said something just briefly that we had decided to make a family tradition and go out at a restaurant to eat after end of school. So we did that last year, and then we went to a China restaurant because my kids love Chinese food. And this year we went to a more fancy restaurant, and we wanted to treat the kids to something special. So we went to East Street and we had just their lovely menu, and the kids got burgers and really nice restaurant fries, and hubby had a steak, and I wanted to have a steak, and then I thought I always have steak, so then I think I had fish, and then I spent the whole meal regretting that I didn't take steak because I'm stupid like that. Anyway, I took a couple of photos where we were waiting for the food, and then I wanted to scrapbook them to fit this kind of fancy posh restaurant, and I decided to go with a clean, very clean background, and I found this kind of dotted paper in the memorandum collection, and then I cut on my silhouette cameo two oversized cutlery, a fork and a knife, and I cut them out in not metallic, but the grey paper has kind of a shine to it, silvery shine to it, so it's not just grey. And then I wanted to make circles on the paper to make kind of a stylized impression of a plate, and then place the fork and arrow beside the plate. Yeah, it's like a setup. It's a dinner setup. It's a lay table, and then I'm going to place the photos on top and use the Bon Appetit die cuts from Kaisercraft as embellishments on this page. I had it all planned out, and now it's just the make it so. So I'm starting to just glue down the fork and the knife so that I can put everything up on it or on top of it. And I really love this opportunity that the silhouette cameo gives me to make these huge customized die cuts. I have cut away as much unnecessary information from the photos as possible. I had some people in the background there, for example. I just cut them off and then I just cut off the just stuff that didn't fit. And here obviously is a Lego something. Yeah, I often get small visits from my son when I'm by my desk. He wants to show me what he has been up to, and then he comes to me and shows me his latest creations. It's very creative. I love Lego. Now I have used my compasses to draw circles in the middle of the page. I've made a couple of them, and now I'm going to fill in that line with my black pen, and I'm using the 0.5mm pen from Muji, and I have said it before and I can say it again and again and again. This is the best pen I've ever had for writing, and it cost me not much at all. It's just perhaps $1.50, and I buy them at the local convenience store, and they have many colors. I've only tried the black one because black is the color that I use for writing on my pages, and it's so good. it feels so smooth. And the 0.5 pen is not my favorite really, it's the 0.35 pen which is my favorite, because it has such a thin line and it makes my handwriting so much neater, and I love it. So now I saw the other day that the ink is becoming really low in the little, you can see the little barrel in the pen, and I really need to get my hands on a new one of those. Perhaps I'll buy two. Yeah. I'll think about it. The 0.5 pen is perfect for when you want to make a little bit stronger line. So I like to use that one for outlining like borders on my pages, and also when I outline single die cuts on a page. But that's just something that I have decided to do. I think you could do very well with only the 0.35 pen. I'm placing the photo block on a piece of black cardstock, and you saw there perhaps that it's holes in the cardstock. They come with pre-punched binder holes, and these cardstock sheets, they aren't 12 by 12, they are some odd kind of size. I don't know really. I have not remember that, and they are called album pages, and I buy them at another convenience store in town, in the arts and crafts section, and they are really cheap compared to using ordinary cardstock, scrapbooking cardstock, for matting and for die cutting in black. So I buy those album pages in white and black and use for die cutting and matting. I like that a lot. And if I'm only using a thin sliver like this outside as a frame on my photo mat, I can even make use of the area where the holes are. So I just hide them on the back side, and there's a little sliver of black showing through. Now it's time for some embellishing. I have gone through the die cut package from the Bon Appetit collection from Kaisercraft, and I found this set of vegetables in pencil drawings that I want to use on this page. This is perfectly the style that I wanted my page to go in, the pencil drawn kind of crisp and clear images, and in just one color. And then I found a set of other die cuts that were in green, but still not very much. It's very pale on the page, and it has a different kind of herbs. The green text that I've written on top of the photo block is Finmiddag, which means fancy dinner, and then the main title, it's the name of the restaurant. So I used number 3 thickers for the capital E, and then it's a dot for, instead of the kind of the gap between words, I wanted to just make it a dot instead, and then street, E Street. And E Street is, yeah, it's a wordplay with the name of the town street this restaurant is on. It's called Esplanaden, which is a word beginning with E, and then they use it with a street too. It's the typical E Street. I don't know. It took a while before I realized what it was all about. Below the photo block, I will write with another type of font. This is in black, and then I will write the longest word I've ever written, and it is school ending evening. And in English you basically you typically leave room between every word, but here in Sweden, if it's a word that you pronounce as put together, then it's also spelled put together, so it becomes quite a long word, but I think it looks really nice on the page. This isn't the typical word you would find in any dictionary, so I just made that one up. And school ending evening will kind of be the word that the whole page sits on. I think it was a really nice idea to use 3 different kinds of fonts on this page, because it enhanced the feeling of like fancy and crisp and clean, and kind of, yeah, we dressed up to go to this restaurant. We were talking a lot to the kids about how they needed to behave and and all of those things. And it's a bit strict, and I think the text kind of enhances that feeling that this is very out of perhaps the kids' normal comfort zone. They behaved just perfectly. We got to wait for our food a bit, because it was that time of the year when lots of people go out to celebrate different kinds of celebrations, like ending school and saying bye for the summer. And we got to wait for our meal quite a long time, and we were all very hungry, but they did very well with sitting on their chairs and waiting. So I'm proud of them, and we had a really nice evening. The food was also great, and I was happy that the kids love their foods, because they normally are very picky when it comes to food that they aren't used to. But burgers and fries, it was close enough to what they have been eating before, even though it was served in a very nice and yeah, more fancy setting. Yeah, those vegetables go onto the lines that I drew for the plate on this plate, or plate on this layout. And the different kind of herbs there, they will bridge the ugly gap that I had of the table there in front of me. It became much more pleasant to watch when that gap was bridged, or when it disappeared, really. Now I'm using my pen again to make a border all around the page. I'm using a piece of paper there so that my hand won't get stuck in the photo or on the crafting mat. I need it to run smoothly on the surface for a straight line. Yeah, this is the finished project. I'm really happy about this one, and I'm happy that I took photos of this occasion, and I must remember to always take photos, even though someone might think it's stupid to take photos of your everyday life. I think it's wonderful to have those memories in my albums as well. Take care. Thanks for watching. This is Åsa. Bye.